Hashtag space for crafts, yeah!
Hype up! Hashtag space for crafts, yo! Come on, come on! Soul man on the scene! Get those hands up! It's time to raise that roof. Feel the beats, surge in the streets. Crank it up loud, dance those feet. Soul man kicking the jams to hype the crowd. Commitment to share and joy, a solemn vow. Getting jiggy with it, slaying that floor. Bust out that groovy wheeze, ready for more. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. Giving that funk to move that trunk, waving from your chair like you just don't care. The crowd hands up, fueling that hype. Blow the roof off the studio, tonight's that night. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. You are owed this moment for working those hours exclusively. Breaking down the walls, a roaring phoenix to be set free. All of the rocking crowd waving in unison, hyped out of our minds. Let Friday begin. Whoop, whoop. Coming up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. You are owed this moment for working those hours exclusively. Breaking down the walls, a roaring phoenix to be set free. All of the rocking crowd waving in unison, hyped out of our minds. Let Friday begin. Whoop, whoop. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, Friday joy. Cue it up, Friday joy. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, Friday joy. Let's get ready for that rumble!
Hashtag space for crabs, yo. Oh, yeah.
Not calling it a comeback, we've been standing here for years. A role reversal, smoking out the fears. A 6-foot arm span with strength to provide. This is the moment we turn the tide. It's the big burly hugs, yo. Dark ones that pull you back to your feet. Squishing the hardships out. An ex-army Canadian that knows no retreat. Feel that surge, that charge, you just can't get enough. Ooh, yeah, what a rush. I ain't no Care Bear countdown, just well-executed kindness and hype. Standing strong for doing what's right. Drawing us all to the end of the week. A heart of fire that won't accept defeat. We just keep standing back up for another round. Breaking down them walls of stigmas is the only sound. It's them big burly hugs, yo. Y'all ones that pull you back to your feet. Squishing the hardships out. An ex-army Canadian that knows no retreat. Feel that surge, that charge, you just can't get enough. Ooh, yeah, baby, what a rush! Climbing hard up the mountains cold, redefine finding that word rap. With big shoulders for my family, give me that soul man electricity. Now stat, don't underestimate the magnitude of his Hulk heart. Comatose and Deadpool and Wolverine with a side cheek fart. Hugs that someone waited 3 years to receive, worth every moment spent, a squeeze to believe. It's the big burly hugs, yo, dark ones that pull you back to your feet, squishing the hardships out. An ex-army Canadian that knows no retreat. Feel that surge, that charge, you just can't get enough. Ooh, yeah, what a rush. Peace and Hulk heart. Please, may we have your attention tonight on the news, and this just in. Okay. Talking about the tough topics, the unfiltered wheels are about to spin. Question. This evening's report with some neurodivergent spice, that choosing a higher path can sometimes be not always nice. I'm a man just seeking peace, no easy feat, living by humble and kind. Some mistake it as a weakness, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to remind. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Moments to reflect before making a choice, understanding the consequences, good and bad, listening to internal voice. Coming at you unmatched and unfiltered, harness the storm, a new path. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Ownership, integrity, and responsibility will get you past. Please, pop it up, lock it up, rock that shit, zip back, spirits cranking, volume up for soul man. New jack with calculated angle, well executed tact. Yeah, no avoiding the pierce of these eyes, perceiving the incoming BS that's epically whacked. Got titans for crew standing at my back, getting up again, attack after attack. Just when you think I'm down, I will rise again. Sorry to tell you, them's just the facts. Bloody, broken, bruised and raw, no retreat, beats from my core. World seems to forget quite often, it's who built me for war. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Moments to reflect before making a choice, understanding the consequences, good and bad, listening to your internal voice. Coming at you unmatched and unfiltered, harness the storm, a new path. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Ownership, integrity, and responsibility will get you past. Get you past. Channeled now with focus, heightened sense, from seeing the evil this world can provide. Now a soldier of modesty and kindness, a commitment to peace, giving back worldwide. Soul man, shout out to Nick, Leslie, Donald, Sam, Brian, Nancy, Wheels, Jen, Lynn, Jackie, Philippe, Jennifer, Noni.
Fury like the sun, Friday's begun. Hardcore dancing crowd jumping one by one. Soul man spin the track, records get scratched. Bass heavy bumping, speakers blast back. Lighting fires on Friday, flames in the night. Trumpets blaring loud, feel the hype. Crowd amped up, everybody in sight. Heavy beats drop, elevating to a new height. Step in the spot, feet can't stop. Sweat on the brow, crowd about to pop. Soul man on the decks, dropping them beats. Heating up the floor, can't stay in your seats. Ignite the spark, let the rhythm take hold. Hardcore vibes, future stories to be told. Trumpets roar, echo through the dome. Records spin, this dance our home. Lights flash, shadows flicker to the sound. Bassline tremble, shaking underground. Soul man in control, pure fire we found. Energy unrivaled, we reign unbound. Lighting fires on Friday, flames in the night. Trumpets blaring loud, feel the hype. Crowd amped up, everybody in sight. Heavy beats drop, elevating to a new height.
Here comes Soul Man, live on a stage. Trumpets scream out, breaking the cage. Electric vibes got the crowd in a spin. This ain't the start, it's where you begin. Feel the brass blow through the night. Scratch that record, everything's tight. Soul man leads with a groove so bold. Friday's electric, let your body unfold. DJ scratching like the turntable burns. Feet on fire as the rhythm turns. Commanding the crowd like a marching band king. Soul man's anthem makes the night sing. Feel the brass blow through the night. Scratch that record, everything's tight. Soul man leads with the groove so bold. Friday's electric, let your body unfold. Trumpets wail while the bass line drops. Shaking the roof till your heartbeat pops. Light it up, the dance floor ignites. Soul man's mantra is the spark inside. Toes tapping hard like they know their role. Grooves run deep right into your soul. Let the horn soar high above the ground. Soul man is here, rocking that sound. Feel the brass blow through the night. Scratch that record, everything's tight. Soul man leads with a groove so bold. Friday's electric, let your body unfold.
tick-tock, tick-tock. The countdown's on the clock. The clock hits 6 with music in the mix. Tickery, tickery, tock. Woo! Less than 24 hours left as the seconds keep counting down. The energy, hype, and excitement. Soul Man's on the way back to town. What's new, what's changed, and what's in store? Stay tuned to this channel to find out more. A whole new involvement on what the Mad Hatter's spinning out. If you're looking for that moment, this is it. Lose your marbles, scream and shout. Oh yeah! Whoop! The digits dwindling down, an epic countdown on the clock. Season 3 is about to begin with them big burly hugs in stock. Get them Hulk hearts up, let's see them up in the air. Fire up them souls, show the spirits in the world that still care. The marching band pumping those trumpets, spreading the surge through the crowd. They know how they like it, and they want it loud. Hearing the seconds clicking away, getting closer as each moment passes. The vibrations from those gathering, a unified front reigniting ashes. The digits dwindling down, an epic countdown on the clock. Season 3 is about to begin with them big burly hugs in stock. Get them whole hearts up, let's see them up in the air. Fire up them souls, show the spirits in the world that still care. Here we go, peoples. The studio doors are open, welcome in. Feel the charge of what has awoken. Purple brick on set with row seats pristine. Our special guest in room, that's painted all green. Pictures of past guests, celebrated on the walls. Come, dear friend, it's time for your curtain call. The digits dwindling down, an epic countdown on the clock. Season 3 is about to begin with them big burly hugs in stock. Get them Hulk hearts up, let's see them up in the air. Fire up them souls, show the spirits in the world that still care.
Souls, the tension's so thick in here. Emergency stop, break the glass, just in case of shock paddles near. D is for distraction, when they're trying to creep in. Open the gladiatorial arena, the day's calisthenics are about to begin. X, exercise the demons, yo. Start with the slide to the left, shimmy in the shoulders as you go. Now slide to the right, backing up, smile, jazz hands to light. Anyone standing there watching might think your body's having a fit. This is your mental health break moment. Show them you don't give two. Time to create a new little dance that shakes it all out. Don't mind my demonstration. Spontaneous movements, it's not me stroking out. I know it's been some time for getting on down. Gonna slay the inner hauntings with funkified magnitude sound. Exercise the demons, yo. Start with a slide to the left, shimmy in the shoulders as you go. Now slide to the right, backing up, smile, jazz hands to light. Whoop, whoop. Anyone standing there watching might think your body's having a fit. This is your mental health break moment. Show that you don't give two. It's time, opportunity to break it down and shake what your mama gave you. out the rest of the world, dancing like you should have signed a waiver. The whole point of this groove is to make time for a laugh. Moments you feel like you're on fumes when you could use a little gas. Sweet Mary, mother of pearl, I just let one rip. Quick, someone light a match or crack the door, we bet. Look at y'all dancing, just let it in and let it grow. Having that feel-good energy is priceless. Hashtag space for crafts, yo. X. Exercise the demons, yo. Start with the slide to the left, shimmying shoulders as you go. Now slide to the right, like shaking a monkey off your back. Now back it up, smile, jazz hands delight. Anyone standing there watching might think your body's having a fit. This is your mental health break moment. Show them you don't give two. One more finger, bye bye bye.
Oh, the wait is over, can't you feel the beat? Soul man's back, oh, he's moving those feet. Live on stage where the heartbeats collide, illuminating skies, we're on this ride. Bright lights, open hearts, we're here together, singing for the soul in any kind of weather. Raising our voices high like a dove, spreading awareness with the power of love. It's burning bright. We're all soldiers of peace here tonight. Joined by the rhythm, joined by the chorus. Clap your hands, give a pause for the cause. Hand in hand under the celestial vault, we're breaking every barrier, every fold. Let the music heal, let the music talk. We're here to help, together we walk. Bright lights, open hearts, we're here together, singing for the soul in any kind of weather. Raising our voices high like a dove, spreading awareness with the power of love. Lights dim down, but the message stays. Carry this torch in myriad ways. Soul man's message loud and clear. Together we conquer, together no fear. Lights dim down, but the message stays. Carry this torch in myriad ways. Soul man's message loud and clear. Together we conquer, together no fear.
fire to show. Lighting the way for silently struggling to grow. Standing up to speak up on what's right. Unwavering in the mission with hands tight. Fire it up, soul man. Stigma's blowing up and running the streets. Fired up and ready to see their defeat. I am the one to bring them all down. All for the voiceless, trying to make sound. Trying to make a difference for all to see. Light it up, my phoenix. It's time to fly free. Break the walls down. Igniting the night sky with fire to show. Just how far the silently struggling can really go. Standing up to speak up on what's right. Unwavering in the mission with hands tight. Fire it up, soul man. The time is now for those in need. We will not watch them suffer in their defeat. Reaching out with support in hands. This is where we hold the line and make our stand. Allowing others to be truly heard. Sharing the core within are the only words. We all have a place at this great table. A lifeline to reach out to and keep us stable. Break the walls down. Igniting the night sky with fire to show. Just how far the silently struggling can really go. Standing up to speak up on what's right. Unwavering in the mission with hands tight. Fire it up, soul man. Rise my feet and can fly. Hands my feet. Rise will be moved on. Hands my feet. Rise my feet. Just now. Igniting the night sky with fire to show. Just how far the silently struggling can really go. Standing up to speak up on what's right. Unwavering in the mission with hands tight. Fire it up, soul man.
Studio One, nestled in the heart of Calgary. Welcome to Aaron Gibson's Soul Man Live. Bringing you that moment of joy in your day to ignite your inner phoenix and fly. Today's featured guests, you. And now it's time to put your Hulk hearts up and welcome your big burly hug host, Aaron Gibson.
Oh my God, we haven't even started yet, and the gremlins are loose and literally. Okay, all right, hold up. Okay, so ladies, okay, don't touch anything on the screen. Okay, I got something to announce here. All right, Leslie, Nicole, don't touch anything on the screen. Happy Friday, welcome to all the gremlins. Yes, ladies, do not touch anything. So something was discovered during the pre-live that I could not communicate to you. So it seems like, okay, everybody out there that's using kind of StreamYard, LinkedIn right now, you can tell when you've been doing this a really long time that it doesn't even phase you when this kind of stuff happens anymore. Okay, so what apparently is happening on StreamYard to LinkedIn is literally anytime you touch any production button, whether it be banners, assets, private chat, if I tried to message my angels in the back, that's what was dropping out the screen. So tonight, moving forward, we're going to do it delicately. We're going to work around these freaking gremlins. We're going to say hi to everybody in the comments. And you know what? I don't care if I'm blipping in and off of screen when we're saying hi to everybody that's showing up here tonight. We've got a fantastic special guest, but you've all been so patient. And again, with the stuff that goes on live, that you just got to go with the flow. All right. So, all right, here we go. I'm about to touch the first production button, but don't be alarmed if you just see my purple wall. We're just going to hammer through some of these comments. I know that Nicole and Leslie were firing out some huge page outs, but we're going to try and do this as best as possible. Somebody just messaged me. Give me a few because we got a lot to go on, but literally a night that is probably going to hold a lot of laughs, have started off with a lot of laughs. All right, big shout out to Donald Baker. All right, I hope you can still hear me while I'm doing this. Can somebody? Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Donald Baker, for showing up here tonight. Yes, Friday. Oh, see, as soon as I touch another button, I come back. Surprise! Jazz hands. Jazz hands. It has literally been that kind of week. We're just going to keep going with the flow. All right. Next button. We're going to press here. Yep, there we go. Hi, Michelle. See you on YouTube and here on LinkedIn. Great to see you. Hi, Joni, for stopping in. And of course, we have Arts and Science Business Agility. I'm sorry, I have not met you before, but welcome. For those of you that have never attended a show before, this is Aaron Gibson's Soul Man Live, and it is a show about reaching out to those that are silently struggling. And a way to share other people's journeys, and hopefully they get a takeaway, apply that to the world, and reclaim their own happiness. And so I welcome you if you are here for a first time, and if you yourself at home are silently struggling right now, please know within Canada and the US that you can call 988, and if you are in the UK, call 999 to reach out. Know that you are strong, you are powerful, and you are worthy. All right, we're going to continue clicking buttons and flashing in and off of screens here as we go through the comments. Baby sisters in the house. Yes, our studio and our entire shop tonight has been taken over by Trinidad. So we are celebrating it. We're having a great time. Hello, Peter. Great to see you again, my friend. All right, we're going to zip through some of these other ones. I know I seen Kinga in the house tonight. Leslie Flowers, of course, helping me to work in the background on the production side of things. We've got Jenny Gold. Great to see you. And again, thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight and just being here. We've got a lot of great conversation coming up, and we're just going to get through a few more. Hello, Adrienne. Great to see you this evening. There's Kinga. Always great to have her on stage and just talk to her in the background. We had a great little get together last night on Zoom. I definitely had it. It was a great evening. Of course, Leslie not Leslie, Nicole. Oh my God, they are family when you start messing up their names at the same time. My angels are working the background here. All right, and we've got. I'm gonna say that's Jenlyn, maybe Jenlyn. I'm not sure. We're going to figure you out, whoever you are. Of course, know that, again, we are dealing with glitches anytime we touch a button here on StreamYard tonight, which is going to pop us off. So it's going to be interesting when I actually bring on our special guest tonight. And our special guest is somebody that I have had the opportunity to catch on multiple different occasions over the past year, actually. And different segments, different times. Everybody knows how I kind of show up at a little bit of time. Here, let's get rid of. Oh, God, this is the way it's going to work tonight, is it? There we go. We're just going to do it that way. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of auto sensitivity thing with the camera that's going on that's making me click out. Just going to keep rolling with it. Anyways, tonight's special guest, amazing heart from the first time that I've heard her talk, and so insightful when it comes to good, healthy practices, applying new stuff to your world. And of course, she's also got this gift she's got healing hands with her words. If that makes any sense, literally with her words, she can heal you with hands. Not awkwardly here. Anyways, moving forward, please, without further delay or ado, and we're going to see if this works, we're going to bring up to the stage our special guest this evening, Lisa Feveck. Yay! Okay, this worked. This worked at least.
Oh my gosh. Every time I have my own LinkedIn Live, we get so many issues, and I blame any. You're taking that power away from me, man.
No, something's different tonight. And again, anytime you touch a button, so I'm literally just put the mouse away.
Yes, StreamYard is just I think the world is having a little bit of menopause, so it just needs a little more love.
Well said. Well said. So, of course, we've got something a little bit different for tonight. And of course, we know that you are, of course, the grand owl when it comes to talking about menopause, but you also have some amazing insights into PMS and diet things. I got a chance to do a little bit of research on you because, of course, this is what happens when sometimes we don't have enough criteria to meet what I'm asking for. So I did a little bit of research on you. So I got to learn actually a lot from you over this past few days without you even knowing it.
I am not scared at all.
Oh, you don't need to be scared. Everything that I watched was priceless and insightful, and of course, stating the obvious elephant in the room that I am a guy, so I don't have that many resources when it comes into talking about this stuff. But I got some really great questions to ask tonight. Again, getting a chance to know a little bit about you behind the scenes. But we've also got this lovely little device that we have for this evening. So what's going to happen here is I've got these two pads. All right. And this is a waiver and a disclosure. All right. What I am doing this evening. All right. Please do not do this at home. All right. This is simply me demonstrating a little bit of empathy and awareness for what our female counterparts go through this evening. So I am literally going to allow Lisa to introduce herself a little bit and talk about a little bit of what she does. And while she's doing that, I'm going to be hooking up these pads to myself. And I got to say, Lisa, I've been in a lot of things in my world.
I'm trying not to laugh.
No, that's the whole part about tonight. And I don't know where we're going to go with this, but we are going to do the entire show with me hooked up to this thing. And we are going to actually, to one up it, we're going to actually help you to dictate the level of intensity that we are going to operate at. So I'm going to find a decently uncomfortable level, and then you're going to start to dictate, because of course when we're talking about menopause and women's cycles, that we're also talking about like the end of women's cycles into menopause and your body shifting and changing again, are we not?
Yeah exactly.
So this is some pretty big chemical change. Now again, there's a lot of things, but we're trying to literally replicate a week's worth of endeavor and hardship in 1 hour. So we're going to work it. I'm going to put a timer on. So about every 10 minutes here, you're going to get to up the level while I ask you some questions, and I'm going to try and bear through it like a trooper. I'm scared as hell. Just to be clear.
What's the maximum level that goes up to?
I've used I've had a TENS machine used on me before when I was doing physiotherapy. And I know that at one point in time when the physiotherapist, and it was not, they're like, here, I'm just going to get you set up. Let me know if this is too much. And I don't know whether their hand slipped on it. It was way too much because I was literally doing this. It's a bit much. So hopefully we're going to, again, do things safe, but we're also going to keep it fair and equal. So again, please let everybody know who you are. And I'm going to get set up because apparently I've got to spritz water on these things. And of course, I'm not going to get up and show you because we're trying to keep it PG here. Okay. But we're going to keep it authentic. It is going on the belly. right, just kind of below the belly button. So
Yeah,
I'm
somewhere
hoping.
around where the ovaries usually sit.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
gonna be in a good spot.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Please carry on while I get these huge monstrous pads hooked up to my body.
Yeah, this still might be too small, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, we can always turn up the intensity to help
Yeah,
compromise
we
for
could
that. Okay.
improvise.
All right. Here we go. You
Oh,
please introduce yourself to everyone
okay.
while I'm getting these things on.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I am so excited to be on your show. When you asked me to be on, I was like, yeah, Aaron wants me to be on the show. Okay. All right. I was so honored. But for those of you all who don't know me, my name is Lisa Feveck. I am from the land of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. So if you notice a different accent to what you're used to, that's why. I'm a dietitian. So if you see RD behind my name, it means registered dietitian. I'm an educator, author, and coach for women's health issues, but I really focus on that menopausal journey. So I do see women that have PMS issues, menstrual pains, PCOS, but my specialty, my passion is that menopausal journey because we just don't have enough conversations about it. We don't have enough research or information about it. And women and men are very confused as to what takes place and why it takes place and why is my partner suddenly crazy one minute and crying the next. And, it's just a very confusing time. And my passion is really to bring that education, bring that awareness so that women who don't feel like they have a voice can feel like someone is speaking for them and advocating for them, and then showing them how to advocate for their own health.
Very well said and great timing too, because I literally got these things attached to me and they are quite sticky.
Yeah.
They're very sticky here. Okay.
Yeah. They're brand new, so they'll be good.
All right. Okay, so. All right. Oh, did I get my tie in that one? I got my tie attached to one of them. Okay, here we go. All right. Pads are hooked up. We are about to turn on here. All right.
Yeah.
And then I will start to proceed to ask you some of the questions that I've kind of got in the back of my head tonight. All right. So we've got that. We are lit up. We are going to decide. I don't know how well. It's kind of bright. Anyways, we've got several different options, and what I'm doing is it is actually recommended the abdomen one.
Okay.
So we're going to use the abdomen setting.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and there we go. You guys can see it a little better now.
That looks better.
All right. So we're going to select C. Wait, no, we're going to press mode. That's probably why it's there. We go. All right. Sweet Mary, Mother of Pearl. I appreciate you all for what you do, and so here we go. All right. We're gonna go about. Okay. Hi. Oh yes. Hi. Okay. So we're oh yeah.
What? What?
Okay. So we're sitting at about. Hold on. Oh. Yeah. Hi.
What level are you at?
We're about 4 bars. 4 bars up.
Only.
Okay.
Only 4.
That's only 4. So that I would say, yeah, okay. All right. So let's try and
Sorry, I'm laughing so much. I'm sure all the women in the audience is like only a 4.
Okay. No, I think this would be this is I think this is very cool.
Yes, this was our bright idea to mimic the pains that women go through. Just to get a feeling of what women go through when they have their menstrual cycles and even in menopause. So even though they're I'm trying not to look at you, even though there's your cycles may be diminishing and some months you may miss, the pain is still very strong and very real. And well, we usually we don't look like that because we usually are accustomed to it. But yeah, it's it's quite
this
challenging.
is very true. Like I'm literally diving into this, and I mean this starts happening from like women's cycles can start anywhere as early as I've heard some say as low as I'm trying to get through it as little as the age of 11 and possibly even earlier can start.
Earlier than that, yeah.
Really? What's the earliest age that you've heard of for
Um,
that to start to
nine
happen?
to
Oh,
start their
wow.
menstrual cycle. Yeah, yeah. So it
Geez. And
depends
I'm
on a lot of different factors, but it's getting earlier and earlier. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
I'm getting
imagine
I'm getting
your
there.
8 or 9 year old having to deal with this pain for almost a week every single month, and still having to go to school and do homework and whatever else they have tasks. Yeah.
Uh, so friends of mine have actually, and it's been awesome because I've got a really good family, and
Mhm.
they started to describe um the fact that they've got kind of even like a lot of people assume that it's just a week, and I've heard that sometimes again there's actually a few days even before that your body starts to change, that you can actually
Yeah.
start to experience crabbiness, grumpiness, and a lot of I'm getting there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other uncomfortable things that you're going through, such as migraines or just mood swings.
Yeah.
Um, what kind of insights can you provide for that?
So what you go through during menopause is very similar to what you go through when you start puberty and your menstrual cycle, and even when you're experiencing pregnancy. So because it's all hormonal changes. So as you said, it's the mood swings. So there's the emotional and mental aspect, the mood swings, the grumpiness. One minute you can feel on top of the world, and the next minute you can feel like you're literally drowning. And then you have the physical symptoms, so the migraines, the joint pain, feeling nauseous, constipation, diarrhea. It's a whole body change. But in menopause, it's like you're taking your menstrual cycle and multiplying it by 1,000. So you can have, and it could be different, and it's different for every woman, and it could be different from your menstrual cycle and be totally different when you're going through menopause. So in menopause, we experience over 100 symptoms. Many women only know what we all commonly know, the hot flashes, the mood swings, the pains that can come around your menstrual cycle, and the pain you're experiencing right now. Um, but there are other pains as well: joint pain, muscular pains, migraines, toothaches, earaches. As I tell women, start from the top of your head and literally work your way down. Every body part that if something can go wrong in menopause. So that's why we end up with about 130 roughly symptoms that you can experience.
Talk about like just the fury of the storm coming together in a hurricane.
Yeah. And if you're not experiencing the common symptoms, so for myself, I started in my 30s, and I didn't start with hot flashes. I didn't start with the mood swings. I started with really weird symptoms. So the random toothache, um, joint pain, urination at night, and hair loss. And then it progressed to anxiety and depression and heart palpitations. And every time you go for blood work or every time you go to a doctor, everything comes back normal. So they start thinking, okay, maybe it's something emotional that you're dealing with and not something physical. And you start getting medication after medication, and you don't get an answer for what you're going through because they're not dealing with the underlying symptoms. Well, and it's not really their fault. The medical community, there's no course called menopause. You have to do that as a specialty. So getting diagnosed, getting proper treatments can be really, really challenging. And well, this is why I do what I do, because we need to talk more about it. As uncomfortable as it is, even for the men in the room, it's not just the woman, it's her partner, her children, her whole community that is affected. And if 40% of the workforce is going through this and going through it at the same time, you can imagine how challenging it can become. So that's why I feel compelled to do this every single day.
And that's where my next question is coming from is, okay, like what just what I know that this started for you around the age of 30, What drove you to just want to do this? What drove you to want to press this kind of information out there and start to tackle something that, again, just as you said, can be an awkward topic for, some individuals that haven't been exposed to it. This is a
Are you
this
still
is
at a level 4?
yeah. We are actually at that time. Are you ready? Should we go up a couple bars?
If you could handle it.
We're going up a couple bars here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God. Okay. Yep. We're getting
So this
okay.
is
I was starting to
getting
get a
into
little
the
bit used
cycle
to
now,
it.
yeah.
This one, well, and I don't know what it's the frequency of the cycle. Okay, we're gonna go down a bar. We're gonna go down a bar just for right now.
I know I should be having it. It's just
So again, what drove you to want to pursue this and talk about it and really pioneer a path? Okay.
Yeah, so
Yep.
when I first started, I was actually an electrical engineer. I never thought of getting into the health and wellness field. I had to have spinal surgery, so I chose to retire medically unfit. And because I needed my own help from someone because I was gaining weight and on medication and I couldn't exercise because of the surgery, I went to a dietitian, but she gave me a diet sheet and said, come back in 3 months. And that offered absolutely no help. And I call it God, the universe. They sent me a message through the papers that they was offering a dietitian course, a degree in our university. And I said, okay, well, if no one is going to help me, I'm going to do it myself. So I switched careers, went back to school. Of course, I'm older than everybody else, which was fun. But I became a dietitian. I started seeing people for diabetes, high blood pressure, but I didn't feel like I was hitting the mark. There was just something missing. But it's when I started my own menopausal journey that I realized, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. Women are struggling the same as me. They're not getting the information. They feel very dismissed by their doctor. If all the blood tests and the results are coming back saying normal, then you literally start thinking, okay, maybe I have dementia or some sort of cognitive issue that, maybe I need to be put in a home or I need something like really surgery or something. And it's just the menopausal journey that is challenging. Many women who never had diabetes, all of a sudden have diabetes, never had issues with their heart, have issues with their heart, ADHD, everything starts coming up. And, imagine going through what you're going through now and having to write reports and having to lead teams and give presentations. And you have to look the part, look professional. You can't let people know what's going on because then they say, okay, well, you're not competent. And many women get passed over for promotions. Many women leave their jobs. And then many women consider committing suicide just because of their menopausal journey. And that for me, talking to 20-year-olds and they're not knowing what's going on and they're thinking about committing suicide, that is what is like, okay, I need to start speaking. I need to, as uncomfortable as I am on camera, I don't like doing videos. I'm kind of an introvert, but women thinking about committing suicide because of menopause, that was when I said, okay, no, I have to do this. I have to, as uncomfortable as this is for me and as uncomfortable it is to have these conversations, we need to have these conversations.
Absolutely 100% agree. And I also 100% agree that you've got a gift, you've got a talent, and it's your calling. Because again, I got a chance to see, this is the thing when you do social media, right? Is when you create different accounts, you have to just check around and see what that person's doing. You get to do a little bit of investigation. So I learned again a lot about what women are going through, and then you literally had the old you had that mind-blowing moment. You had that mind-blowing moment of that men can actually get menopause. And I was
Yeah.
like, I never knew that. And
Yeah.
literally had me captivated that entire time. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And
So do you get a lot of men actually approaching you to ask you about?
so not a lot, because if you think it's taboo for women to talk about it, it's even more for men. Most
Mhm.
times it gets confused with midlife crisis. And men never want to admit that they have something going on with them. They have the head of the household, they're supposed to be strong, they're not supposed to have any sort of mental health issue. So admitting that they're having exactly the same symptoms that women could go through. So the mood swings, increase in uncontrolled blood sugars, so that puts them at risk for heart disease, migraines, all the pains you could think of, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. It's exactly the same for men. The only difference is the underlying cause, the hormones that are involved. And for women, all women will go through menopause. Some men will may experience male menopause, which is called andropause. So not all of them will, but for those that do, it can be extremely challenging, because I've had clients where their partners was like, why is he acting like this? He's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be taking care of me. And he's more moody than I am. So imagine your partner is going through male menopause while you're going through menopause at the same time. Who's supporting who? Who's understanding what we're going through? It can be really challenging. And this is why I don't just counsel women, I counsel the family. You have to bring your children into the conversation. You have to bring your friends into the conversation, because you may not recognize that something is happening or a change is happening. Someone close to you will recognize it. And for a lot of times, it's the partner, the male partner, that recognizes, hey, my wife is going through something. Maybe we need to see the doctor. So this is why the conversations need to be had. And
It is. I'm just about to hit the button, so
yeah.
I'm bracing. Okay, so we're going up. We're going up one more. So I've definitely like I'm okay. We gotta keep this fair and equal. All right, this is not fair because I'm sitting in a chair and y'all have to like walk around. So let's just stand for. Okay, all right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay. All right. So hold on. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
So now, okay. So I did hear, and my sister actually, one of my sisters told me about this, is walking around actually helps during this kind of stuff. So I'm actually feeling a little bit better rather than actually sitting down. So
it helps some, it doesn't help others. It depends
okay.
on what other symptoms you have. So if you have some sort of foot issue or ankle pain or swollen joints, then walking around isn't going to help, right?
Yeah,
But
no, it just didn't. I bumped it up one more, and yeah, it's not helping.
yeah.
I've heard a lot of, and again, this is just the stuff that I've been hearing about is that there's a lot of different, again, you talk about a lot of things that aren't acknowledged out in our world right now, which is really important. And the fact that they need to be recognized while we have this opportunity and trying to evolve and move forward. So one thing about spreading this education, and again, we've got that conflict out there. I hear that there's actually a lot of different, again, without getting into trouble, there's a lot of different ways that women are actually treated in the hospital for this kind of stuff, as opposed to that, similar situations of men like going in to get surgeries and stuff like that done. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where basically, some of the surgeries are actually performed with just a local anesthetic, or rather than giving you an opportunity to lie down. Is that an area that we can go with on that one, or do you know what I'm talking about, or should we just deviate onto something else?
I'm not sure. Are you talking like hysterectomies or something else?
Well, just procedures, possibly hysterectomies. I can't remember the exact procedure that she went in to get. Oh, it was I believe it was a UDI.
IUD put in?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's okay. Yeah.
I had to sit down again. So yes, we know that neither sitting nor standing really helps in the situation.
Yeah.
Thanks for embracing me. I am trying to get through it.
Yeah.
But again, from my gentleman colleagues, I hear that they go in and some of them do get put under, and whereas women that are going in to get certain procedures, when they're getting this kind of stuff out, there's kind of a little bit of a retaliation from the medical field to say, hey, well, I don't know if it's this, so if because I've actually had a friend of mine. The reason I'm asking this is I had a friend of mine that had endometriosis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was absolutely crippling for her.
Yeah.
And the doctors, and it's not, again, I don't know, maybe it was lost in communication. We're not trying to attack the doctors in this right now. We're just trying to attack the fact that there needs to be awareness of this. Is she faced a lot of denial.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until basically I went in with her to one of her doctor's appointments to say, like, literally, she's debilitated for almost 2 days. You need to do something for her. This isn't just something that's made up in her mind, and it wasn't until, again, that extra kind of reinforcement came in, because her family actually lived out east. She had a friend to show up and say, hey, literally, this is my roommate, and I'm seeing her crippled over on the couch for 2 days. Like that, what can you do to help her?
Yeah. It may be because of how it's presented. So when you have things like endometriosis, fibroids, the result is bleeding, which is similar to your menstrual cycle. So some doctors get the feeling like, well, you're accustomed to it every month. Yes, it may be heavier than normal, but if it's just a week, then just buy extra pads or tampons or whatever it is and get through it. Take some Advil or whatever it is and get through it, because it's normal. But now the flip side is sort of happening, where the solution is do a total hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy, which is removing uterus and ovaries or ovaries. And yes, that could solve the immediate problem of the pain and the extra bleeding and the whole host of things that come with that. What isn't said, though, is that when you have those surgeries, one, it's very traumatic on the body. So you actually should see a dietitian to help you heal faster. You actually need more nutrients, more calories. You actually need to eat more, physically eat more food to help you heal better. And two, once you have those surgeries, you're immediately thrust into menopause. So there's not a natural progression again. It's like somebody kick you across the menopause line. And nobody tells these women this. So all of a sudden they're experiencing these weird symptoms that isn't part of what the doctor described as, symptoms for coming out of the surgery. They're not given medication for it. The doctors don't even know most of the times that you get thrown into menopause because of these surgeries. So there's no assistance whatsoever. So I've had a woman having these surgeries to solve one problem and then having suicidal thoughts because it's just too much. So because of the fluctuating hormones and just because of the trauma of the surgery, and it's just all of these symptoms, and they literally think like you're going crazy. They're thinking, okay, let's just end it and get out of this pain. Because I had surgery to remove pain and now I'm in more pain. So what's the point? And this is why, and thank God we have people like Oprah and Halle Berry and all these celebrities. They're actually talking about it, which is something good, because they're bringing awareness and more people will know faster. And maybe that will encourage doctors to be more informed and be more educated. And again, it's not the medical community's fault. They're just not trained in it properly. People expect to go to the GP and get information. GPs aren't trained in that. That's not their job. You're supposed to go to a trained gynecologist at least. And we, again, need to have more education, need to have more awareness, and women need to advocate for themselves. And if you could get a friend like Aaron to come in this room with you and say, hey, if you need backup or have a conversation with me, I actually tell you, what questions to ask the doctor, what conversations to have, because doctors dismiss women for most everything, not just menopause, all of women's health issues. So you really have to be a different sort of mindset when you're going into the doctor to at least be heard.
Thank you for sharing that, because I know there's a lot out there that are struggling with that. And I mean, the more I feel, the bigger focal point is on, making sure that women understand that they have a support system in place to reach out to. And I honestly feel that, thank you to more familiar faces out there. But thank you to people like you that are actually stepping up and doing it in a good, healthy fashion and helping to heal a lot of people and giving them that space of understanding. And more importantly, that space to understand that they're not alone in that. So I did something, of course, I like to put a little something together for every guest. And I just noticed the time, and we are... Just so you know, we have been keeping it fair and equal. We're going to show you the bars. I've actually doubled my bars. I'm up to 8.
Oh boy.
So yeah, from where I was to begin with, we're doing. I am not comfortable at all. And again, just I couldn't even think of, and this is shout out to a big part of my world, which is skilled trades. Women that are going out there and working in skilled trades and just having to suck that up on top of, again, dealing with the elements on top of what they're doing, right? Their workplace isn't conditioned.
Yeah.
So just shout out to all women around the world that are obviously, having to go through these moments and then come to that catalytic moment in their world where all of a sudden your whole system and chemistry is drastically changing again.
Yeah.
So knowing that, of course, and we're gonna have a little Trinidad celebration as at near the end. Sorry, that pulse was almost over. I almost made it through that one. Holy sweet Mary Mother Pearl. I put together something special for you, and it was something that was actually a lot of fun for me. And this is a realm of music that I've always enjoyed. And I had to find something that, again, when I wrote the song, I had to find a way to describe you and the beautiful things that you are doing with your vision and your message to everyone and creating a space. I've got one major question for you as soon as we get done this, but please, hopefully this works out well. We're going to gently and ever so nicely try to show you your mental health break montage without us both disappearing off the screen. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's not it. Hold on. Yes, the gremlins are fully at... Okay, let's do this. We got this under control. Don't worry. All right, let's try this again.
A heart of gold.
Hi.
Hi.
Really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so
I hope
much.
you like the song.
Oh yes. I see how face I'm looking at. Oh, are you still at a level 8?
No, I went up while the video was playing. I'm up to the 9. Sorry, 10. We are up to the halfway marker on the tens machine. Oh
Yeah.
God.
And you
There we
get to
go.
turn it off after the show.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done about 3,000 sit-ups during this entire show.
Okay. Well, a benefit then.
Yeah, but it's not like the stomach region, it's lower.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah, I think I
inside.
got the right spot for this.
Yeah.
Big question. Okay, before I always like to ask you, of course, what's new, what's happening, what's big and coming up. But I've got one important question out there for everybody. Let's hold on one sec. Okay. For men, all right. Something that I find, again, to kind of break down the walls of the stigmas and the boundaries out there. And because you're fantastic, as we've seen in your videos, for what 3 things can we suggest as to men for their either female friends or counterparts? What are 3 of the best approaches you feel is the best way to support them in their
Yeah.
moments of transitioning into these moments?
I think the big one is just to listen, not to offer any solutions or anything, just listen. Men, because I guess of their makeup, they're like, see problem, fix problem. And many times women just need you to listen and be acknowledged and heard. And then you ask, okay, so how can I help you? What do you need right now? And don't assume, because it may be a hug, it may be for you to just leave her the heck alone. And also don't take it personal. It's just keep telling yourself it's the hormones. And yes, women can also have a mindset where they're more positive and they could say things better. But that comes with working with a coach like myself, because it's not easy. As you say, you have one symptom right now, right?
Oh,
If you
yeah, like
have
I'm literally not having to deal with a headache, and
right,
I'm not dealing with aches, and I'm obviously, I started this laughing, right? I'm not feeling cranky. So yeah, there's a lot of different facets that all need to be
right.
compiled into this little example tonight that need to be taken into consideration. So absolutely.
Most of my clients are talking 60, 70 symptoms at the same time. And
Wow.
most of the times they don't understand it's menopause. So they don't know why they're feeling what they're feeling. So just to have a listening ear, ask how they could help. What I tell my clients, because I counsel the whole family, is to get some sort of like password where if she texts you pineapple, I don't know why I keep going to pineapple, it might be the Caribbean woman in
Pineapples are
me.
fun.
Yes, I love pineapples. If she texts you pineapple, that means, okay, she doesn't want to be bothered. She just needs to be left alone. And the woman, okay, knows, okay, I need to take some time, calm down, maybe stay in a dark room, whatever you need at that time to comfort yourself, to get you back to normal, and then have a conversation. And the next thing I would tell the woman and the family is to have that conversation and not be afraid of hurting each other's feelings. Don't do it when you're having those 60 symptoms at once, right? Get it a conversation where you both are able to have that conversation, an honest conversation. Okay, this is what I'm going through. This is why I'm going through it. This is how I need you to help me. And tell your children as well. Once they're old enough, and I think from as little as 5, they will know something is wrong. So that you can have a separate conversation with them at a level that they can understand. But the whole family needs to understand what you're going through. And once you feel heard and validated and you know you're getting that support, that is where the road starts.
That bottom line of communication and how
Yeah.
important it is, and just to drop the walls on it, to
Yeah,
be
definitely.
vulnerable, express yourself, and then start to arrange a plan of attack, right?
Yeah.
and you can surround yourself with the right people, then it's going to make it a little bit easier, just a little bit easier. There's again,
It does help. It helps a lot. Yeah.
The support is priceless, and when you've got the right circle around you, again, amazing things can happen. And just know that you are so celebrated here, and thank you for sharing so much. But before we let you go, of course, we're almost done. Trust me, I would love to pop these things off right now too. It's all good. You got you. I would love to just pop these things off now and be done and over with. But what is new? What is big? What's going to be coming down the line for you next?
So I am trying to get more certifications for myself. Not because I need it, but there's certain certification I need to be more recognized in this world to educate better and bring that awareness better. I am trying to write another book. I was a co-author in a book called Redefining Menopause, which was great. It worked out where different coaches, physical therapists, psychotherapists, trainers, menopause coaches came together, and we formed a beautiful book where we gave our own stories, but then gave solutions. But I would like to continue writing to bring that awareness, because I'm also in the Caribbean, and in the Caribbean, we don't talk about this at all. So I would like to also focus my attention on how can I help the Caribbean woman, because Black women and brown women have a totally different experience. And mixed women like myself, we don't know what that experience is. We don't have any research. So it's just to keep having that research, keep having that conversation, and keep doing shows. You know, I do a show every other Tuesday on LinkedIn just to bring that awareness, like what we're doing now. Just to keep doing what I'm doing and keep that motivation. And I'm looking at the comments and just knowing that my message is being heard by someone, that is what is driving me forward.
Your message is being heard by a lot of us, and we really appreciate you for doing that, because again, you've pioneered a new way. I did hit it up another notch, yes. You've pioneered a new way, and again, half of the battle, we all know in this world that fear of the unknown is what stops us from moving forward.
Yeah.
And you're really helping to really shed some and shine some light out there for many of us that are looking to, again, just get some research done and talk to somebody that has got a lot of experience and exposure. The pulses just ended right as I was saying that. It kind of stole it. But again, I had a good, healthy, respectful appreciation before I started the show. And again, culture shock. Not comfortable. Jen-Lyn, you're absolutely right. I am feeling a little bit nauseous at this point in time.
Yeah.
We're doing good. We're gonna tough it out.
Yeah. We're almost done.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing. And again, I celebrate you. And of course, you've also written in some other books as well, too.
Yes, I am really blessed to be surrounded by a good LinkedIn community. So my Trini friend Nick invited me to be part of her anthology, and Dr. Constance Leland invited me to be part of her anthology. So I am a three-time international best-selling, hi Nick, best-selling co-author, and just tickled. I never thought I would be an author. You know, that I always wanted it, but I never thought I had that creative part of me, and I'm just really blessed to be on LinkedIn and surrounded by such good people.
And speaking of sisters, please welcome to the stage Nicole and Guy Galindo. Take over.
I am back here trying to appreciate what you're going through right now. But I left you a video message when you come off of this, and you're gonna be like, oh, my little sister sucks. I'm like eating sour cream and onion chips, cheese doodles, drinking ginger ale, and I'm like, I'm watching you. Listen, John said in the comments, like, you know, I was like, I guess having fun while you and I have been brother and sister for like how long now? Oh my God, 3 years. Like, There
And
is
the family
nothing.
has grown officially today. Now I have 2 of you.
Yep, there's nothing I can possibly do to bother him any more than he does to bother me. Trust me.
That's
But
just love.
Lisa,
That's love.
right? Seriously, you said pineapple and I was cracking up. Pineapple on pizza or pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Absolutely belongs on pizza. Hello.
That's what
Absolutely
I'm
That's how
talking
belong.
you get
about.
this salty sweet thing. Yeah, I don't understand people that
Thank you.
don't.
Thank
Something is
you.
wrong with them. Hello.
It's like,
Pepperoni and pineapple.
oh my
Like
God. Oh,
salty and sweet.
pineapple and ham is Hawaiian.
Yeah.
You throw some
Yeah.
jalapenos in there and you're like, perfect. And it's like, I'm asking this question because, you know, if you go to like a Domino's or Papa John's, right, you'll get pineapple. But if you go to like a legit pizza parlor,
Yeah, they
they
don't
don't
tell
carry
you.
pineapple. I'm like, what do you mean you don't carry pineapple? I was like, what happened to the
Yeah.
Caribbean people?
Yeah, maybe it's a Caribbean thing.
I was like, get off. I'm dying. I need to take this thing off. Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye,
All
Lisa.
right. Bye.
Oh, I love it when Sis shows up. All right. It is time to wrap things up. Lisa, we're going to ask you to step back into the green room and I'm going to wrap things
Yeah.
up and then we're going to roll the outro.
Yeah.
And
Thank
the
you so
pads
much for
aren't coming
having me.
off until at the end of the outro. We've done it. We have
Yes.
successfully done it. By the way, and I did, even while you two were talking, we've even gone up even more. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's why my responses started to get a little bit eye rolly.
Yes.
Literally, my eyes, I think, are going to start to roll back into their sockets with some of these pulsations that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for joining us this evening and sharing you with us and educating us. And I just, you know, that anything that you need, I'm a knock away.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate what you do for this community. So thank you again.
Appreciate you, Lisa. All right, we're dropping you in the back. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's see. We'll do it right now. Okay, go on. We're trying to go to the max. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. We are. Oh, boy. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining this evening's show. Okay, the big news before you go. All right, big shout out and love and appreciation to the Guiding Brilliant Writers Publishing House, Voice Your Vibe, Jennifer Penfold, Leslie Flowers Enterprises, Melissa Houston Coaching and Consulting, and OZK Studios. Thank you for being my sponsors. Thank you for being here. The big announcement next week, April 11th, we are officially celebrating the Soul Man Live 2nd year anniversary. So it'll be an open invitation for all to come on board. We will have the link ready in the comments for you all to come and join, hang out, talk about your favorite Soul Man moments or topics, and or just have a good old healthy conversation like we do. Okay, kids, I'm starting to feel a little bit Beetlejuice now. Show some love, show some kindness. We are in crazy times right now, but just remember, it's the people that matter. And we have to show some love and embrace and a little kindness. All right. I appreciate you all. We're going to roll the outro and we will see you next week.
Soul Man, shining bright, lighting up the darkest night, helping those inside your light. Soul Man, shining bright, lighting up the darkest night, helping those in silent fight, sending hugs big and tight. Shine your light, oh so bright, spread love, make it right. Let your love be the guide. In you all fear subside. Together we'll stand with pride. Your warmth, a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite hope in every heart. Take flight. Let your love be the guide. In you all fears subside. Together we'll stand with pride. Your warmth, a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight.
Okay. Okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Here we go. Just when you thought it was over and I could take these darn things off. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carly. Happy birthday to you. You can literally feel the concussion going on right now. That's just crazy. I love you all. Keep it luminous and kind. Big Burly hugs. Catch you next week.